guys, welcome back to another video on True Hobbies. So what we have here now is the OnePlus Nord N100. Let's open it up and see what's inside. There's the box right there. Seems like a pretty good quality box. Not the typical white box you get on a OnePlus, but I like it very much. Very black, very sleek, has a little bit of a premium feel to it, which is good. When we open up the box, obviously we have the standard, if I can get it out, you have these standard leaflets and stuff inside this, and we have the SIM ejector tool, the user manual, and all that kind of stuff. Put that aside. And here we have the phone. Right here. You see, it's a very glossy phone and it's got a very plasticky feel to it. But clearly it's not very dust resistant, as you can see. I literally just placed it on the table just there. And it is gathering a lot of dust, which it's okay, you can just wipe it off, but not the best. Now it's got a triple camera setup here. So we have 13 megapixel wide on camera on the top, 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor here. We also have a fingerprint reader here, and obviously the standard OnePlus logo and the tag, which we'll be taking off. What's really great about this phone is that it's only €200. It's a standard OnePlus budget phone. But obviously it does lack a few things due to its price range. So obviously, like I said, 13 megapixel camera, which is pretty low for a standard phone these days. It's got an 8 megapixel front camera, which is decent. And it's got 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, which is pretty low. But as I said, it's a €200 phone, so I wasn't really expecting much from it. And obviously with that, you can obviously have the plasticky feel to it as well. But one thing I really like about this phone is that it actually comes with a headphone jack. So I went for there because there's not a lot of phones you see these days with a headphone jack. So for them to actually put a headphone jack on it, which is really cool. Now this phone comes with a Snapdragon 460, which again for the price range is not that bad, but when you look at standard flagships these days, most of them come with a Snapdragon 845 or 855 plus, so it is pretty low for standards, and it runs on Oxygen OS 10 and Android 10 as well, obviously, but again, not that bad for the price range. But what's great about it is, even though it's got a 64 gig storage, it's expandable, so you can put a memory card onto this, which I'll show you in a second. It's a dual SIM phone, and it's got a 5000 mAh battery, which is actually really impressive for the price range. Again, we'll see how long that will hold up. But the fast charger is only 18 watts. So standard OnePlus phones these days have a dash charging or warp charger. So it's a 30 watt charger, or I think 60 watts for the warp. But this only comes with a fast charging 18 watt charger, which, okay I guess, but for the 5000 mAh battery, which is pretty. Now, you also get the standard red and white OnePlus cable in the box, which again, it's a company thing. I really do love this personally. I use a OnePlus 6 and I have my charger as well. And personally, I do love this color scheme, it's red and white. And you got the charging brick for the Irish one. So if you're in America, you obviously get a different one, or India a different one as well, as I said. So this is an Irish one you'd get to plug into. So you can see there's nothing else in the box or the safety manual here. But usually what OnePlus does is that it provides its own gel case, a clear gel case for its phones, for pretty much every phone I think that's OnePlus has released. But it's a bit of a letdown that this phone doesn't come with one. But again, it's a €200 phone, can't really expect much from it, I guess. Let's turn the phone on, see what happens. We have the phone here. It's all powered up. I do like the touchscreen feel to it. It's very smooth and soft, and it's very grippy as well. So there's you don't have to be afraid that it's gonna fall or anything, unless you're pretty clumsy. I've connected the Wi-Fi here, and again, I haven't signed into any Google things yet because this phone is not for me. It's for my dad. So I don't really want to sign in and then have to do all of that again, go through the whole process again, you know. So here I'm going to open up the camera here, and as you can see, it's 13 megapixel camera again. If I just open up the window, so the camera isn't actually that bad. It's pretty dark outside, as you can see, and this camera is actually capturing the light pretty well, which I'm really impressed by considering the 13 megapixels it has. It goes straight into night mode. I didn't click anything at all. It just went straight to night mode, which is pretty cool. Yeah, camera isn't that bad. Just settings here and going to about phone. You can see Snapdragon 460, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. It's got a 90Hz display, which is actually pretty good for a budget phone like this one. Yeah, it's got a 6.5 inch display as well, which is pretty good. Android 10. And the oxygen level is 10.5. Now I do have the phone updating in the background here, if I show you now. Yeah, so it's updating there. So obviously it says I'm not sure about most of these, if it'll work or not, but yeah, we'll have to see. And that's about it, I guess. So thanks for watching the video, guys, and like, share and subscribe. And yeah, this phone's actually perfect for someone who's not really into technology that much and who would just prefer just a standard phone just for WhatsApp, Facebook, and all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, phones were great for just non-smartphone users that like my dad. He doesn't really use smartphone much. He just watches YouTube or goes on WhatsApp, Facebook, and then calls and texts. That's about it. Whereas for me, when I look for a phone, I try to look for something with a higher RAM, because I do game a lot and I do use my phone a lot. So yeah, and that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you liked the video.